I have conservative economic values. I believe in less taxes, less regulations, a pro-business environment. But then on social issues, I'm moderate. I'm inclusive to all people.
But you're fine with the Texas law, even though you say that you support abortion rights. You are fine with a law that essentially outlaws abortion.
CNN decided to interview California gubernatorial candidate Caitlyn Jenner, a celebrity with no substantive policy, who's also polling at 1%, because apparently we don't learn from our mistakes. Since they did though, let's unpack the absolute foolery embedded in Jenner's answer to this question on abortion.
I am for a women's right to choose. I am also for a state having the ability to make their own laws. And so I support Texas in that decision. That's their decision. I'm okay with that.
Her response sounded much more like a statement of support than a scathing critique of the state that effectively banned abortions with their bill that prohibits them at 6 weeks, before most people even know that they're pregnant. I mean, Caitlyn really said,
I support Texas in that decision. That's their decision.
So when Texas Governor Greg Abbott signs a voting restrictions bill into law, you support his right to do that too? When asked whether California should have a similar ban on abortion, she responded,
as far as being a woman's right to choose, I don't see any changes in our laws in California in the future.
Great deflection, but the reporter didn't ask you whether you saw any changes in our laws. In an attempt to understand what your policy stance is, she asked whether you think we should, which is, you know, a valid question given that you're running for the same seat as Abbott, who signed off on that ban. Jenner may not agree with the state banning someone's right to do what they want with their own body, but damn it if she won't protect that state's right to ban it. As if it bears repeating, what happened to individual liberty and getting the state out of our bodies? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Keep in mind, this is all happening while the right wing is saying that we need to decrease the role of government and that the government can't force you to throw a mask on.
No more masks!
Spoiler alert, they can. After some good pushback from Kate Baldwin, the CNN host, Jenner does eventually backtrack, letting us in on a little secret.
I think they have the right in their state to do what they want to do. Now, do I agree with the decision or not? No, to be honest with you, I actually probably do not agree with the decision, but I agree with they have the right to make their own decision.
You don't say, to be honest with you, in this context, unless you're saying something you think you shouldn't. But why would supporting a person's right to an abortion be something you shouldn't say? Oh, because you don't want to upset anybody who might vote for you.
Honestly, I cannot see Democrats voting or independents voting for Larry Elder, and you can't win this election in this bluest of blue states just on Republican votes. Me, as a moderate, I feel like I can bring Democrats in.
If this is an attempt to bring Democrats in, I hate to break it to you, but you haven't even the slightest grasp on politics. No Democrat is coming to vote for you because you think there's some validity to your both sides argument. So let this be your regularly scheduled reminder that self-proclaimed moderates really have no meaningful stance on the issues.